Hello Scorpio, happy birthday. Let's see what might be in store for you this November. This month for November, you might be under some romantic or delusional kind of vibes that really are challenging your passion, your creativity. This is Cupid, so it's all about sexual attraction, magnetism, and Neptune is the planet of rose-tinted glasses, losing the plot with the dreamy speculation. It can also be deceptive kind of people or deceptive circumstances that you can't really get to grips of what the truth of the matter is with an affair. It could be even a hidden affair, as in extramarital or cheating, because the square is a tense aspect. So there might be a wake-up call of reality pouring cold water over your dreamy, starry-eyed hopes and wishes here for a magnetic or an erotic encounter, shall we say. Okay, this could be involving a friend of yours because the friendship card came out. And it is an interesting situation. It is very fluid because it says nothing is set in stone yet. There is a lot of changeability that's just reinforcing this Neptune here. And then we got both these moon cards jumped out together. I only normally take one, but they both jumped out. This one says take time to breathe out. So you might have to just keep your wits about you, keep a cool head, and don't be swept away too much. Scorpio's famous. I love Scorpios. I've got some Scorpio planets. Scorpios love nothing more than to be in control. They love to have no one knowing their business. They love to just have a complete poker face, and they like to have every step of the chess game mapped out, which is why this deceptive energy that is challenging your passions is going to be quite unsettling, because you are being asked to surrender to receive. Now, this is to do with the bedroom, sexual fulfillment, intimacy, love affair, pleasure. So it does feel very passionate with the Eros asteroid coming out. There is the codependent energy there with the birdcage. So you might be experiencing a romance that is hard to kind of get to grips with control issues coming into play. You really are being asked to surrender your control, which, I mean, I don't even know why I'm saying that to you, Scorpio, because I don't know any Scorpio who would willingly do this. But that is what is being asked of you, to heal the codependent, possessive energy that is around this bedroom affair. It's possessive, it's clinging, it's restless, it's needy, it's grabbing. But look, there does appear to be an element of a wish come true. There's a shooting star card come out for you, and that is some sort of dynamic, lucky event. It's a special moment in time. It could be a passionate but short-lived affair. So potentially this is what this is. It is saying, you know, this may not be as long-lived as you are hoping, and you really are just going to have to surrender to the divine and go with the flow of what's happening. What will happen. Breathe out. Don't control the situation, and remember that nothing is set in stone. So there is a possibility that things will come together, especially with that sort of wish come true shooting star. But let us pull some tarot cards now and see if we can elaborate on this mood for November. Okay, Scorpio, this looks like a bit of a mixed bag, I will not lie, a rocky road. I'm actually having trouble deciphering it. I'm going to tune in as we go to get more of a sense of what's going on. Look, you do start off as the 10 of Cups, which is happily ever after. In the usual deck, it's a couple holding hands and there's a rainbow above and they've got children dancing around the background. It really is every happiness in the world, every security. But we've already seen the quite deceptive influences around you this month. And the forces that are crossing the situation, for better or worse, This is the Four of Cups. And I don't know if you can see this picture clearly. It is actually my codependency card. It's a breakup where one person is very unhappy. You can see that the woman there is clutching on to her lover, trying to stop him from leaving, and he is just not interested in sticking around. So it is a very grim card. I really feel it in my heart when I look at this card. So for better or worse, that is the energy around you. And we did already talk about codependency with this bird cage here. So that is a sort of a painful situation, and you may have in the past just had to walk away from that. So it may have been something that has already happened, or you may have been walking a solitary path for a while now. Because present and passing, we see the opportunity to collaborate, join forces with a third party, or somebody else, potentially a new lover or a business partner or somebody on a creative project, and you're throwing yourself headlong into this. So maybe you've had some disappointment in the past and had to walk away. Now suddenly here's a new opportunity and you are leaping at it full, or just rush in gung-ho and get really super into it without thinking or planning what they need to do. Hopes and fears here are around a really stable love offer. That's the King of Cups, which is a water sign like yourself, Scorpio. It's also Pisces or Cancer. It does not have to be masculine energy, but the hopes are there for a really solid emotional relationship that is really going to change your life. The card number 10, the Wheel of Fortune, is all about, wow, finally things are turning in my favor. This is a big shift in my life. So that's what you're hoping is happening. However, the near future is a mixed bag. I just need to touch these cards and see if I can get a bit of clarity on these. The page is always a message. This is a page of pentacles, so it might be a message about money or security or an opportunity. Somehow it's going to make you feel trapped. You're going to have a lot of fears around this, what is coming up, and it could be at the hands of an Empress. Now this is a very secure feminine energy, doesn't have to be female gender. Somebody very abundant, very secure in themselves. Maybe, yeah, someone who you might feel is out of your league, but maybe you've made an offer to them anyway. I will just clarify this. I'll get this little card deck here. What is the near future for Scorpio? Yeah, okay, well that was clarified by the Ace of Cups, which is overflowing love, fresh start in love. You'd think I'd sound more excited, but I can see what's coming. So I'm like anxious for you, dear Scorpio. So there is an offer to an Empress or an Empress type figure, someone you really do admire, someone who's got it all together. And there is the overflowing Ace of Cups there. It might start off as absolutely dream come true scenario, but the Eight of Swords there has you feeling stifled or trapped by your own fears. You're not really trapped in the normal deck. It is a person standing sort of chained up or tied up to a number of swords, but they can actually slip out of that scenario really easily. They're just sort of stuck through indecision and fear. So maybe you've got too much of a good thing here and you're wondering, oh God, is this too good to be true? Because remember, with Neptune, you can't see clearly, and there is tension within this attraction scenario. So for a while, there is peace. You might feel a bit isolated, but there is a calm energy of the Four of Swords. You are actually resting. So things might seem peaceful for a minute, but then somebody is going to unexpectedly leave or steal, take something from you, take your peace of mind, or they're just going to abruptly leave your life. So that's why I was less than ecstatic for you to see all of these hopes that you have for a romantic relationship and the sort of the false dawn of one a moment of peace, and then somebody is literally ghosting you. There is some healing that comes out of that, though. We've got the Three of Swords in reverse. Now, when it's upright, it is just devastation, despair, heartbreak, pain. But in the reverse, I always take it as healing after such an event. And that might be due to a message or an idea that comes to you. The Page of Swords. So you've got something there that is, all is not lost. And I'll tell you why. This is just a fucking roller coaster, let me tell you. The outcome is the Hanged Man. Now, one would think that is very negative, and it can certainly be. It usually speaks of feeling trapped, suspended, immobilized. But you are a Scorpio, and you are a fucking phoenix. You go through repeated burning down to the ground and then coming back to life better than ever as a phoenix bird. So no one can grow better or faster than you from pain. It's like you burn it up, you eat it up, you metabolize it, and you turn into something sparkling and brilliant. So the Hanged Man for you is a new perspective on life. You see things differently when you're upside down, and things that were hidden are illuminated to you suddenly. And the only reason I'm taking a more positive view on it is A, because you're a Scorpio, and B, because of the cards that came out. I don't know if you saw me when I peeked at the bottom of the deck when I was, after I put the first card out. I never normally do that, but I wanted to look at the ending before I did the rest of the spread, because I'm naughty like that. So I'll tell you about that card after this. But so we've got a Hanged Man, and that was clarified by a celebration. Three of Cups, coming together with friends, having joyful times. And that was further clarified by the True Love card of nostalgia, someone you may have known for a long time. There may be a real cause for celebration there, and the card that was on the bottom of the deck when I started was actually the Nine of Cups, which is only one less than the 10 of Cups that you started with. And it speaks of wish fulfillment. That is the absolute definition of the Nine of Cups. Emotional wish fulfillment, every wish fulfilled. So I'm very pleased to give you that news, darling Scorpio, because that is a fucking roller coaster. It was a struggle for me to make sense of. I'm going to pull 3 more cards just to make sure that this nostalgia, true love, celebration at the outcome is what I think it is. Okay, you got the Pearl card out, which is a treasure, emotional. It's actually emotional force opening you up. So this is like the rebirth I was just talking about, the phoenix. Any kind of pain like this really does open you up emotionally, and it leaves a treasure behind. The treasure is a deeper understanding of yourself, and really understanding your hidden depths. So the grit of sand that stimulates the pearl, stimulates the oyster to coat this nasty grit with something beautiful to make it smooth and to smooth it over. It's the grit that makes the treasure. It's the pain that builds the treasure for you. Absolutely, Scorpio, that's your signature move. It's what you came into this life to do, I think, to experience the profundity of your emotions, even though you don't really like to let them out or let people see what they are. You like to keep it together. We did get the empty nest. It's separations and new beginnings. A new life, making adjustments, moving on. In this instance, because it came with treasure, and because you've got the nostalgia card and joy coming out with the Hanged Man, I think this says it's the end of the empty nest for you. It may seem like an empty nest at first, but there is treasure there, because you will find joy with like-minded. The Six of Cups is literally a soulmate, and the Three of Cups is joyful celebration. So there is a treasure for you at the end of this kind of empty experience that has you going your own way. So I hope that helps, Scorpio. Obviously, this is a collective reading. If you'd like a personal reading for your specific situation, go to my snip feed page. I'd be happy to do a reading for you. Meanwhile, this is Sarah wishing you abundance, love, and joy.